Hey there guys, so today I have here the Redmi Note 9 Pro. It's in Glacier White because they were out of the green, and I'm very annoyed about that. This is the 6GB Pro White, 6GB RAM, 128GB ROM. It has a Snapdragon 720G. It has a Redmi Note 9 adapter, USB-C cable, SIM eject tool, soft case, user guide, and warranty guide. So this has 6GB of RAM, 128GB of ROM, expandable storage, like a 6.5-inch screen or 6.8. It has a 1080p screen, 30-watt charging, and so forth. So I already popped this part open like this. And then let's just go like this. Put this to the side and we'll pop this open. If I can get it open. Ta-da! Now what you see on the top is all of your SIM eject tool, soft case, user manuals, plug and file that crap, and then you got your little TPU soft case. Like, I like that these things come with a little soft case in the box, because when you're using these soft case, when you get a phone, sometimes you don't have a case for it. So I'm popping this open, you get the Glacier. Oh god, this is a white, nice color. No curved screen, curved back. This is a hefty phone. Fingerprint and power button in one. Volume marker up and down. SIM tool. Headphone jack. USB-C with OTG support. Speaker. IR, which I really like on these phones. And yeah, so it has a 64 megapixel AI quad camera, so it's 64, 8, 2, and 5. One's a macro camera. Has a 30-watt 5020 mAh battery, Snapdragon 720G, 6.67 Full HD display. Let's put this to the side, and we get a European 30-watt fast brick, USB-A, and then you get this USB-C to USB-A, and then that is everything. So I'll put this back in the box for now. I'll put this right over here, and I'll put everything back. Now, let's take a look more around this phone. So it comes with a pre-installed circle, screen protector, as you can see around that circle there. I'm not sure how well, but there is this pre-installed. As you can see, then around the fingerprint sensor and the power button, volume up and down. A little bit of a camera hump. There is a decent amount of wiggle on the top. You get that camera, you get that, and you get SIM on eject over here. And you get dual SIM card and micro SD. This is something new. This is what I like to see around here, because, well, if it's dual SIM and micro SD, that's very, very nice. That is beautiful. And then you get your Glacier White in the back. Peel that off, put this on top of this, and then you got everything. So let's power this on. It has a metal sides, aluminum. Power it on, and that's it. So, Redmi by Xiaomi. It vibrates. You get everything you need over here. This is a full HD. I believe it's a Full HD plus dot display side mounted fingerprint reader. I guess this is like an AMOLED display. Just a second, and you see it has that camera notch up there. Not a bad thing, not a good thing. It just makes it look premium for a cheap device. But what I'll do is I'll get this set up, and I'll be back once I'm done and I can review it some more. So now we got that unboxing out of the way, got it all set up, and here are the actual specs. It has a Snapdragon 720G. It has up to 2.3 gigahertz if you care about that. It's a 5th generation AI processor, 8nm, Adreno 618 graphics processor, a 5020 mAh battery, non-removable, with Type-C reversible port. It supports 30 watts of fast charging, and what I found cool was it also supports Quick Charge 3.0. So if you don't have this 30-watt fast charging brick or wire with you, plug your phone into a Quick Charge 3.0 brick, and it works perfectly with Quick Charge 3.0. It has a 6.67 1080p 2400 by 1080p Full HD plus with about 84% body to screen to body ratio. It has Gorilla Glass 5 with a IPS LCD display, not OLED. And then it has, on the back, it has 4 cameras. A 24 megapixel camera up here, up to is about a 79.8 wide angle, more or less, field of view. 8 megapixel ultra wide camera at 119 field of view at f2.2, and these are both really wide cameras. And then you got your 5 megapixel macro camera, which the only way to activate that is actually going into pro mode, and I don't use it because it looks horrible. And then you got a 2 megapixel depth sensor. Like, they could have made that into a 2x zoom camera if they really wanted to, but they didn't. And then it has a lot of photography features. It records 4K, all that. And then the front camera, if you can see this, is a 16 megapixel front-facing camera. At about, it doesn't even say on their website what it was. This model has 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, but there is a 64 gig of storage version with also 6 gigs of RAM. And then if you go around the device, here's what you actually get. You get a fingerprint sensor built into your power button. And so if I do this, let's just click the device. You see I have fingerprint, so if I go like this, it unlocks it. You got your volume up and down on this side, and then on this side you get your 2 SIM card slots and SD card. On the top you get a IR blaster and a noise cancelling mic. On the bottom you get a headphone jack, USB-C up to 30 watts, mic, and a single firing speaker, and then nothing else on the back. Comes in 3 colors, grayish, blackish color. If I go here, it's like a gray, black, a green, and then this white color, which I wish they had the green in stock, but they sadly didn't. So we're just stuck with this white. Not that it's a bad color, FCC, all this other stuff. So yeah, let's jump into this device a little bit, and we'll talk about what is up with this device. So comes with a bunch of pre-installed apps. I had changed it to the app drawer so you can see all this stuff. Now it comes with a bunch of pre-installed apps like their own camera, their own clock, a compass, their own contacts. Like, there's a couple things that I wish they changed out of MIUI, but I guess that'll be done differently. There's the downloads, file manager, FM radio gallery, a Me browser, Me calculator, Me community, Me mover, Me remote, Me video, and then all the Google stuff that comes in pre-installed. So, but the only thing that I wish they swapped out, and then they come with themes and toolkit, which Sim Toolkit, all of them come with. The one thing that I wish that they swapped out of here was, there's a couple things that I wish that they actually took out of MIUI before we continue on. I think that they should make the file manager, instead of using MIUI file manager, they should have used the Google file manager, which is great in its own. Gallery could have been the Photos app from Google. I don't like that I have to scroll all the way down to M to get to Calculator. They should have just named it Calculator, not Me Calculator. Me Browser, unneeded on a device that already has a browser built in. Me Mover, interesting app. Me Video, not needed. Me Community, I guess it's Me Community. Me Remote, I like that. Since it has an IR blaster, it comes with something pre-installed, which is something that I like. And then the Notes app, Keep Notes, makes everything uniform. And then Music, some devices come with music, some devices don't. Now, it came with Google Messages pre-installed, so that's nice. It came with a phone app pre-installed, which was basically the Google phone app. It came with this thing, which has a bunch of FX. So you got slow motion, short video, photo, 64 megapixel to enable. That one, portrait, night, panorama, and pro. So when you go to photo, there are 3 different options. You get your 2x zoom, which uses a 64 megapixel camera. And then you get your 0.6 times, which is the ultra wide, and then you get your regular 64. You can only do regular. Now if I go into settings here, you can turn on and off the watermark, live tips on, which I'm fine with because it shows me orientations and different things. Picture quality high, aka all the way up. Volume button functions, I just set it to shutter countdown. I feel like I can just set it to shutter. You have press and hold shutter button, focus and shoot, scan QRs. Only the rear camera can shoot QR codes in the photo mode. I don't like that it saves location. Camera sound is off, pocket mode is on, and then anti-banding, save to SD card privacy policy, and restore default there. So you get that. And then you get access to your photos here. You do the three dots again, you can show grids, timeline. So over here, on the regular camera, you have flash, HDR on or off, which should always be on auto, AI camera. I have not seen that to make a difference. Some effects, and then this over here, you get settings, camera frame, timer, tilt shift, grid lines, straighten, macro, Google Lens. So you can actually click macro over here. But there's documents too. So this portrait is nice because it's portrait. Night mode is night mode, panorama, and then pro mode. Now in pro mode you can change all this stuff and you can choose the lens. Usually I keep it on macro because that's what I'm trying to use when I'm in pro mode. So that's nice. You get a lot of stuff. You get a short video, which is like a couple second video. You can do a bunch of different effects. You can do super slow, regular, fast, and then you can do slow motion, which you have 3 different options: 120, 240, and 960. And then you can swap it over. Let's flip this over, and you get your camera, front camera, which is not a bad camera. You can see yourself there. Hello. HDR on or off. The only problem is beauty mode is on by default. I don't want beauty mode on by default. So there we go. You got your AI camera, HDR auto, and then you get this, settings, picture quality high, all the same stuff. And then you get your camera frame, timer, palm shutter. Show your palm to the camera to start timer, but it should just work when you do palm shutter. And then there's that. So you got everything nice. You have a bunch of MIUI functions. I'm not going to go over the full effect of MIUI, but like, it's 720. It's a 720G. I expect it to slow down a bit, but as you can see, this is just like wowie wowie wow. It's loading. So if I go down here, you can see all this stuff. All the specs show up over here, so you can see everything. You get all this, backup reset me, move around about phone. You get system updates. Right now I'm running 11.0.4 stable. It's running Android 10 with the 701.20 security patch. You get Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connections and sharings. You get Me Share, which is share between each device separately. Casting. There you go. You get special stuff. You can cast your content to an external monitor through wireless display, demos, all that stuff. I haven't used this one yet. Portable hotspot, VPN, aeroplane mode, private DNS, data usage, wireless display, NFC. So I can use my phone to control NFC and stuff. You get lock screen, where you can change all of your options of your lock screen. You got double tap to unlock, raise to wake, wake lock screen for notifications. You get display. You get brightness level, which I have it on auto right now. You have sunlight mode, which automatically brightens the ambient light will automatically brighten it. Just brightness is strong ambient light when automatic brightness is off on sunlight mode. You get your night mode brightness, color scheme, dark mode. So I have mine to just that. Text size when devices in VR, notch and status bar. So if you don't like this notch little status bar thing, you can hide that and make it like a regular notch, like hide notch. There you go. So you can hide the notch completely and it's not even there and it goes back to normal. But I like the notch because it makes the device look nicer. Battery indicator, carrier name, notification shade shortcut, and all that stuff you get there. You got your sound and vibrations, very decently loud notifications, home screen. You can do all this stuff. Wallpaper, themes, password security, battery performance. Now in battery and performance, it tells you exactly how much you have left, battery usage stats. Okay, and then you have your screen time is about 4 hours, and I have 37 minutes remaining. I mean, it's not the best screen on time that I've gotten on this, but it is what it is. App settings, full screen display button shortcuts. So basically, What I have right now is on the display underneath, you see full screen gestures. Now it goes like this. You have your Android 10, open that on the corner and you can swipe, and then the other thing is you can swipe and hold. So if I want to go back to System Updater, I can swipe and hold on the side of the screen and it'll change for me. And you can do clear speaker, if you got water in your speaker, quick ball notification light, which is only white, happens to be one-handed mode. You can do something like that. Accessibility, enterprise mode, developer mode, privacy, sound effects, me mover. And then you have your digital control and well-being, which is a Google feature here. It shows you how many times you've unlocked your device and stuff, which is really nice. You get all this stuff. You get your me mover, me account, Google privacy, location, services, and feedback. So you get a bunch of different things over here. Everything seems to be running really, really fast. I don't think I've had any issue. Like if I open up Twitter right here, it's running as fast as I think it should be. Like if you look at this, I can just scroll down the list like this. I can open click. Click, see how fast this is. I can go through this. I can even launch, let's just say, Amazon here. That was fast. I can launch the camera. Or I can just press X and everything will clear away. You got a lot of nice stuff here. Everything's great on this phone. I like the phone. I recommend it. It's just one of these all-arounder phones that costs $250 US, and it makes a great phone. You can find that on Amazon, link down below, for about $250 to $300. It's an all-around great phone. I love the phone. I recommend it, and it came with a free case too. Came with a free screen protector too, and it's just all around great. It's metal, glass backing, glass front, plastic sides to keep costs down. All around great. I got a case really cheaply for it. It looks really nice. Everything about this phone is great. I love this phone. I recommend it. Like, this makes the phone feel really expensive for having this little thing. I know, like, oh my gosh, it's only a little camera cut out, but like, it makes the phone feel a little bit more expensive than it actually is having that. There's a bunch of features here that are great about this phone. Now, if you don't like MIUI, you can flash any other thing, like any ROM on here that they have for the phone. But like, this is a great all-around phone. I really love the phone. It's fluid and fast. The bezels around the screen. This looks a little bigger on video than it is in camera, but the bezels around the screen, not too bad at all. Like, everything is recommended here, and I think it's great. It's one of those all-around devices that I think is amazing. Now, I've been using this for like 3 to 4 weeks now, and I think it's great. I love the phone. I have no complaints about it, nothing wrong with it, and it's all great. If you did like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.